Hi y'all! Hello guys, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings. Tarot readings from the heart. It's been a long time, I know. Jeez, oh my goodness. I know, what happened, you know what happened, don't you? You know, for you guys that watch, are my avid watchers, thank you for, sticking with me in the channel and everything. You know that back in November, I took 3 weeks off because I was kind of really ill with flu, sciatica and a dodgy foot. Oh man, it was tough. And you know the story of that because I let you guys know what was going down with me, why I hadn't been on the channel. And then I recorded some videos for that week and then I was off again. So I think when I counted it up, because we're nearing the 7th, and I think it was the 7th of November that I actually went off. And then I came back I think it might have been something like, I don't know, the 30th of November or something when I re-recorded something. And then I went off again around the 30th or the 7th of December, something like that in between those dates. And then I came back again and I said, okay, I'm going to be more consistent. I'm a lot better. And I was a lot better and I have been a lot better. Thank you, Lord, because it was a bad illness back in November. But then, obviously, you guys know that I had, because I was ill, I had this huge backlog of clients. I mean, loads of them. Loads and loads and loads and loads and loads. Especially on the year aheads. I mean, I had people ordering other readings, but also a lot of year aheads, because it's the time of year when you have a lot of people wanting to do their 12-month forecast, that type of thing. And don't get me wrong, my website has always been I'm very proud of what I've created with the website. I'm very proud of the fact that I've created a very successful business. I'm now branching into other areas and things like that. It's great. But I noticed that because I'd been ill as well. Sorry, that's my Alexa. Alexa, don't turn on. I'm not talking to you. I noticed because I'd been ill, I'd had a lot of clients, and then I had more clients coming in for the year ahead. So I think all in all, in around 2 months, because we're nearing the 7th anyway, and when this reading goes up, it's probably going to be around the 7th of January or something like that. So all in all, in around 2 months, I've only been on twice. Sorry, guys, I'm really sorry, but first it was illness, and then it was, it's taken me literally 2 months to get all of the year aheads and the other readings done and down. And I'm now comfortably at a position where I can finally come back onto YouTube and record. So I just really wanted to come and explain why I haven't been on, why I've not been consistent with the channel. It's because I've been really busy on the website. So yeah, I'm going to try and be more consistent. Now what I thought I would do today, guys, is I want to do a year ahead for each of the signs. So we're going to do the usual live spread, but I'm not going to focus on the full 5 to 7 areas. The private readings do 5 to 7 areas, okay? This reading is going to be vastly toned down. So we're just going to look at today for it's not even a year ahead, it's a 6 monthly reading that we're looking at, guys. So we're looking from January through to June, the end of June 2020. And all we're going to look at is the areas of love, career and finance. That's all we're going to look at in terms of what's coming in for the next 6 months for you guys. And then I'll do an update around the June time to look at what's coming in between June and the end of the year 2020, December 2020, okay? I'm also, instead of putting up a weekly this week, I'm going to put up a month ahead. So we're also going to look at, I know it's a little bit late, I know, but yeah, we're going to look from around January 7th through to February 7th, okay? So we're going to look, whatever time I know that this is going up, I'm going to put it from there. So we're going to look around January 7th or 8th through to February 7th or 8th. So we're going to do a monthly like that. And instead of having the 1st of Jan to the end of Jan, we're going to have a look at, Jan to, Feb, whatever the dates are, okay, that I start, all right? So that's what we're going to do. What time is it? 6 minutes in. Fast forward. If you don't want to hear my blarney, just fast forward, guys. You don't have to stick around. I've missed you anyway. I've missed all of you. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting stuck in. And thank you to everyone who ordered a year ahead. It was phenomenal. 2 months of trying to get down on a whole heap of people. Ugh. Sometimes, I would start at 5 in the morning and then finish at probably 1 in the morning. 5 in the morning, I'd get up and then finish at 1 in the next morning. I was like, oh man, I can't. I was like this, but yeah, God saw me through it, and I'm so grateful. I love what I do, and I'm just really grateful for everybody who's supporting me, and all of you guys that have come for private readings and really made my dreams come true and my business a huge success. So thank you very much. All right, let's get on with the reading, guys. Enjoy the year ahead readings. And also sitting next door, you've got your January 7th or 8th through to the February 7th or 8th month ahead reading. As from next week, I'll be back onto the weeklies, but really I just wanted to kind of just say thank you and put out a couple of kind of biggest, largest readings out to you guys, all right? Love you guys loads. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. Hi Aries, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings from the Heart. Welcome to your Lifespread, your 6-month Lifespread spanning from January through to June 2020. We're only looking at 3 areas. Usually this reading covers 7 areas, but you usually get those areas covered in the private readings. If you'd like to purchase one, you just go through to my website. It's on the purchase reading page. But for the YouTube version, we just simply look at the love area, your career, and also your finances over the next 6 months. Okay, for the reading, guys, we are using for the body of the reading, for the actual Lifespread area, the Light Seers Tarot. We are also going to be using for the anchor, and the anchor cards are simply the major arcana shuffled, and a major arcana card is placed in each area to see what the long-term outlook is for that particular area that we're reading on. Your spiritual reading, though, comes first, and we use the Quantum Oracle for that. Sandra and Taylor, fantastic Oracle card. If you want to get a deck of Oracle, guys, go for this deck. It's the best one. And finally, for your advice card for the year, we use the Heal Yourself reading cards by Ina Segal. Okay. All right, let's get started. Okay, so Aries, spiritual advice for the next 6 months. Right, Ascended Masters. Let's go to this card first. I'm just going to have a look at what they say about the Ascended Masters. It's the spiritual area. Okay. One thing you have to do with these is you have to find, there we go, Ascended Masters, which is number 7. Okay, so there we go. So the spirit world is filled with dynamic entities who long to assist you in all areas of your life. Some of these are the Ascended Masters, those who have lived on the earth plane before and now work for the energetic realm. This card is telling you to look at your life and open up to the master that most resonates with the solution you are seeking at this time. So guys, it could be Jesus, it could be Buddha, it could be any of those people. So people who have lived on the earth but now they work in spirit, all right? Which I don't know a lot about the Ascended Masters, but I do know that a couple of them are probably Buddha and Jesus, that type of thing. In the upright position, this card is bringing you the presence of the high masters of enlightenment, as I said, including Jesus, Buddha, and others of profound spiritual influence in the world. Jesus, represented by the dove, comes with unlimited healing power. No matter what your religious persuasion may be, he can bring you miraculous assistance with physical, mental, or emotional healing. So I feel that really, this is the dove. So this would be Jesus here, I guess, in this hand here. So this would be the Ascended Master Jesus, okay? As the master of love, he can open your heart to experiencing the unconditional love you deserve to have for yourself, and he can bring a more loving attitude to your life and your world, as well as greater compassion to and for the people around you. There are several historical figures called the Buddha, including Gautama and Shakyamuni, represented here by the lotus, which is here, okay? The Buddha brings you greater consciousness and enlightenment. I'm not going to go through all of them, but I feel that what this area is talking about is that you need to open yourself up to connecting with an Ascended Master. Who is it that you need to connect to right now? Who is it that you feel could bring you help and healing and support and assistance? All right, so I feel if you're going through anything here, Aries, then the advice is just to connect with somebody who works in spirit. For example, for me, I'm a Christian, it would more than likely be Jesus. For somebody else, it might be Buddha, okay? For somebody else, it might be another Ascended Master. So connect with the Ascended Master that you feel closest to. What's the next one? Especially, I think, if you've got dark thoughts. So we've got the area of consciousness here, Aries. And if you're going through depression with the dark thoughts card, if you are feeling negative, if you are feeling pessimistic, if you are feeling that your life is kind of one dark path, as it were, with the dark thoughts card, I certainly know what it feels like to go through this energy here. It's not a nice energy. This is basically anxiety, depression. Really, it's all about connecting to spirit. So if you're going through this, I feel that the universe is advising you any dark thoughts, Aries, connect to spirit, connect to one of the ascended masters. If you're a Christian, you believe in God, connect to Jesus, ask Jesus for help, ask Jesus to bring more light into your world, that type of thing with this energy here. Right, so a creative endeavor, and I feel that the focus for the year, also the focus for the next 6 months, Aries, needs to be on doing new creative things, because the event area, which is here, each of the cards have a they each have a title to them. So this is all about things that occur in spirit. Consciousness is about the way you think, and the event card is about an event that takes place. I actually feel that what's happening here, the universe seems to be guiding you, Aries, and saying, look, we know that some of you guys have had dark thoughts. We know that some of you guys have been feeling very depressed with the consciousness area. When you feel like this, there are a couple of things that you can do. Number one, connect with your ascended master. So who is it that you connect with the most? Which deity is it that you connect with the most? Who governs you? Who is your Lord? Who is your God? For me, it would be Jesus. Okay, because I was brought up a Christian. I believe in Jesus as being the Son of God, and I believe that God and Jesus have guided me along my path all my life. I've been in really dark places, and I have often prayed. When I've been feeling this, all I've done is I've gone to God, and He has really sorted out the situation for me. I mean, really sorted it out, really sorted it out for me. So much so that I've just been absolutely astounded. Sorry, I'm trying to arrange this cloth on my desk. So much so that I've just been absolutely astounded at the help and the support that I've received from God. It's incredible what God can do. For someone else, it'll be so. To me, whether it's Buddha or Jesus or anyone else, it all leads to one path, and that's to the light. It's to gaining the truth. It's to gaining enlightenment, and it's all one path. It's all about love. All right, I know that that's very cliched. I hear so many people on YouTube that do kind of a lot of spiritual stuff saying, oh, it's all about the love, but it is, as much as I kind of hate that saying in a way because it's so clear, it is all about the love. And I feel that when you're feeling dark thoughts and you're feeling pessimistic and down and these major kind of emotional and mental blocks which the dark thoughts consciousness card can bring, what we need to do is bring more light in. And how you bring more light in, and you can see just above him that the sky is kind of, can you see how the light is beginning to crack through? So even though there are dark thoughts, there is still a light, a glimmer of hope here, I think, at the top of the card. And I think that one of the ways that you can bring the light through is through going to your spirit. It's about going to a higher force. For me, as I've said, Jesus. For you, somebody else, The other thing to do when you're feeling like this is to indulge in creative endeavours, I would say. So what are your hobbies? Do you like to draw, for example? Do you like to read? Do you like to write, for example? What is it that can help you with this? Would it be a good idea if you're going through this and having some negative kind of thoughts, that type of thing? Would it be a good idea to write it all down on the page, for example? Is it a good idea maybe to make a song about it, that type of thing? I think this is also a time, if you're experiencing this, as well as going to your ascended master, it's also a good time over the next 6 months, Aries, to express maybe this energy through art, through a creative endeavor. So it probably, the universe, I think, is telling you not only kind of connect with an ascended master when you're feeling these dark thoughts, when you're thinking these dark thoughts, Aries, but also channel these dark thoughts and channel them and put them into something creative, because it's a way to kind of bring that light in and to kind of take, almost direct those dark thoughts into a positive channel. So it's all about channeling the dark thoughts into a more positive channel and turning these things into something that's positive. And it's a hard thing to do at the best of times, but I think that, dark thoughts are not nice. They bring up all sorts of things, anxiety, depression, all sorts of things. But if we can find a way to channel that through artistry, through creativity, through a creative endeavor, that's part of the battle won. All right, that is your spiritual reading, my darlings. I'm going to come back with your life spread, so please bear with me. Okay, Aries, let's start your year ahead, your 6 month life spread reading. Okay, Aries. So let's have a look at this reading then. So what is the energy around your love life showing up as between January and June 2020? Oh, the Wheel of Fortune. I mean, the Wheel of Fortune is all about your fate and your destiny. So this could be fate at play with the Wheel of Fortune. This could be something that happens, Aries, out of the blue, but it's meant to happen. It's karma, it's destiny, it's fate. I feel the energy with the Wheel of Fortune is something unexpected happening, but something that is meant to happen. It's divine intervention when you get that Wheel of Fortune. What are you experiencing underneath that wheel? Or this could simply be a cycle is changing. So when you get the wheel as well, it's all about cyclical changes. Something is coming to an end, something new is beginning. Let's have a look at what you're experiencing underneath this. Oh, wow, you've got another world card. I think with the world card, there is an ending of a phase happening. Underneath this, the world. So it feels to me, you've got two cards that would represent, they're both wheels as well. They represent ending of phases, both of them. So I feel that with the world energy showing up underneath this Aries, there's an ending of a phase here with this world energy showing here. A new cycle begins. You've got like ending cards all over the place. 10 of Cups, again, ending of a cycle. What's the next one? 6 of Wands energy. So the 6 of Wands talks about success and recognition in love. All right, this is about finding the one with the 6 of Wands energy. I mean, it could also be that something, I mean, especially if you're in a relationship already, Aries, and you're watching this, you might find that there's a massive change coming in. There's a massive cycle ending here for you. Something unexpected, though, with that wheel being the energy around love. It's crowning the reading, Wheel of Fortune. Underneath that, what you're experiencing is the world. So for me, this looks very, very good together, because the world is not just a new phase, a new cycle. It's also something that you have probably hoped for. This is an achievement of a goal here. That 10 of Cups could be a relationship that you're already in. This is a happy, contented relationship. 6 of Wands energy. So the 6 of Wands in a love reading is where you have great faith and confidence in a relationship. You probably, with the 6 of Wands, want to get married. You want to move relationship to the next stage. So some of you guys, it could be, if you're in a relationship, it's literally now moving to the next stage. You and that partner are definitely confident enough that you want to get married, or you want to move in together, or that type of thing. So if you're in a relationship, a lot of positive changes around that relationship. Okay. This is very kind of, this reading is very neutral, and it can kind of, you know, it can connect with anything. If you're single, there's a change coming. The energy is the Wheel of Fortune, so there's a change. All right, underneath that, the ending of a phase here. 10 of Cups energy, the ending of a phase, something coming to a conclusion. Perhaps if you've been single and you're on your own, you're getting a lot more attention over the next 6 months, because the 6 of Wands is also about getting loads of attention. People are complimenting you, people like you, people fancy you, they find you attractive. So if you've been kind of in hermit mode, you've not been taken much notice of, or maybe this is to do with somebody in particular noticing you, because we do have these change cards, 3 of them, Wheel, 10 World and 10 of Cups, culminating in that 6 of Wands. This could potentially be that maybe you've liked someone for a long time, maybe nothing happened, and suddenly they're paying you all of this attention, because the 6 of Wands is about paying somebody attention romantically as well. So it could be that. I think that whatever circumstance you're in, just according to this reading, Aries, what it's saying is that you're going to have changes for the better. Okay, let's have a look at what the overall outcome is, where everything is leading. Oh wow, the Star. Hopes, dreams and wishes being fulfilled here with the Star energy showing up. Okay. You know, in love, if it's a case of that you've been feeling battered and bruised, I mean, emotionally, mentally in a relationship, maybe you walked away from a relationship, Aries, while the Wheel of Fortune would say that a change is coming. Energy around your love life is there is a change for the better. There's an ending of a phase here. 10 of Cups energy showing here. Conclusion, happy conclusion to a matter perhaps here showing up. The 6 of Wands energy, feeling more confident about yourself. The long-term outcome is lots of cleansing, personal healing as well. So this can work in many, many ways. I just think that whatever is happening in your love life, Aries, it's happening in a very, very positive way going forward. Whether it's that you end up with that partner that you've wanted to be with for a long time, or whether it's a case of that you find somebody new, or whether it's a case of that you finally are able to put to bed a relationship that didn't work out, and you're able to kind of heal yourself through that. Whatever the case is, something very positive is happening around you and for you in love. Whether this is love with another individual or whether it's self-love. Let's have a look at what's going on around your career. Oh wow, Aries, you got some nice cards showing. In fact, most of the signs I'm noticing have some very, very good cards showing up. That's what I'm noticing. It's really good readings, actually. So what we have here then, in terms of your love life, Aries, is not love life, career, sorry. So the Nine of Cups is the energy coming in, which whenever you get the Nine of Cups, it talks about wishes being fulfilled. So there's a great deal of satisfaction when that Nine of Cups shows up. Wishes are being fulfilled, good things are happening, that type of thing. Satisfaction, contentment with the Nine of Cups. What are you experiencing underneath that Nine of Cups energy? Well, Aries, we do have a King of Swords, so this could be involving an individual here. This could be somebody who works in a very high position. King of Swords are usually people, men within authority. Let's have a look at the next one. Oh, the Ten of Swords energy showing here, okay. You know, the Ten of Swords, it's another number 10. So you're getting a lot of kind of ending cards, I'm noticing in this reading already. It's almost like Aries is starting a new cycle in the next 6 months, which is really interesting. The Ten of Swords, I mean, this can be a card of surrendering to something, but also the Ten of Swords can mean that you are over the worst. So I think if you've been going through a difficult time, it feels like you're over the worst with that Ten of Swords. It feels like the ending of a very painful situation, perhaps concerning career, is coming to an end now. It's at an end over the next 6 months, and we're moving forward. What's the next one? Oh, nice. Nice. Five of Cups reverse. You're recovering. Five of Cups reverse means to be in recovery. It means to be... usually in the upright, this card is about sadness and disappointment and regret. We are recovering from that energy when that card is reversed. So it definitely feels with the Ten of Swords, because when you get tens, they are ending off cycles, but sometimes, because they are different elementally, the Ten of Swords can mean you surrender to something, so you say, okay, I'll just accept it. So this is a card about acceptance, but also it's a card that says, you know, I've been through, and on this particular deck, I mean, I love this deck. This is one of my favourite decks at the moment, the Lightseers Tarot. I didn't see on the Kickstarter, I don't really back Kickstarter decks, but that's something that I'm aiming to do this year, because Kickstarter decks are your indie decks, and a lot of the time they're a lot better quality than your mass market. This is a mass market deck. So glad I got it, but I'm sad that I didn't get the mass, you know, the indie when it was an indie deck, because it had a brilliant Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords on the older deck was different to this one. It showed a woman with scars on her back, like whips. A lot of people were affronted by that, so she changed the picture. I prefer the old one though. This one, the swords, there are no swords. There are birds in flight here. And they're flying over our heads. Usually birds in flight are communication, okay? But it's almost like there are massive kind of burdens or mental burdens. The birds are kind of above her head, so it almost feels like the birds are, you know, the thoughts that she has, almost like the birds represent the conversation she's been having with herself, and it almost feels like it's lifting. It feels like there are, because usually when you get the Ten of Swords as well, that can be like mental burdens as well, and it feels like a mental burden is lifting with this Ten of Swords energy showing here. Who is this King of Swords though? Because we can see that underneath this Nine of Cups, where dreams are coming to fruition, I think it definitely involves someone who can help you to achieve your dreams, all right? So you've got a King of Swords here, I think can help you to achieve your dreams. I also feel that there's a great deal of joy and happiness with this Nine of Cups energy, and a great deal of satisfaction in the fact that you are achieving the things that you want to achieve in terms of work, because I feel with the Ten of Swords, a lot of pressure, a lot of mental pressure is now lifting over the next 6 months. And I feel that in turn, this is helping you with the Five of Cups energy reverse to lift a lot of kind of emotional barriers, or, you know, the emotional sadnesses or limitations or regrets maybe you were feeling in terms of the work that you were doing are now lifting. I feel these two cards pair very well together, that we see mental burdens being lifted with the Ten of Swords, and you're now in emotional recovery. So I certainly feel that maybe it could be to do with a new job, for example, or a new enterprise, but there's someone here around you, a King of Swords, who's very intrinsic to this happiness that you're going to experience in terms of work, okay, and satisfaction. And I feel that whoever this person is they're going to be very intrinsic in you being able to lift some great mental burdens you've been experiencing, and you're going to be feeling a lot better about yourself with the Five of Cups. So this could be, for example, something like leaving a job that's been extraordinarily exhausting and moving into something that is less exhausting, but something that gives just as much satisfaction. What is the long-term outcome from this? Wow, you've got the World again. So I feel that not only is there a new phase entering your life, but I certainly feel with the world showing here that the long-term outcome is you're going to be achieving great things within your career, because the world energy means to achieve great things. So I actually feel that the long-term outcome is the world. The world is your oyster. You're going to be achieving so many good things within this career. Okay, great satisfaction, goals being met, that type of thing with the world energy, which is fantastic. Okay, some of you guys might even be traveling the world, for example, for your work. Finally, let's have a look at the finance area. What do we see? So, it's money. So crowning your reading is money, and the Ace of Coins would usually be receiving money. So there's something about money coming in your finances. So gaining money, receiving money, financial reward. What are you experiencing underneath this? Well, again, we've got an individual here. So in terms of you gaining more money, maybe in 2020, it involves a King of Wands. Now, the King of Wands could be somebody who works in PR. They could be somebody who works, for example, things like, Amazon, that type of thing. When you go onto YouTube and you see advertisements to join a business, to go on an online business, this could be someone here that does that. So it might be that you're earning money through a person who deals with online businesses. The King of Wands would be that type of person. He's also an entrepreneur, so it might be that you're earning money through your own business, being an entrepreneur, with the King of Wands energy showing here. The Knight of Pentacles as well. So the Knight of Pentacles in terms of work, in terms of money, this would be a steady income. So I feel that something online maybe with the King of Wands energy is going to give you a steady income with that Knight of Coins. I wouldn't be surprised if that was an online business, the King of Wands energy. Online business, marketing business, something like Amazon or eBay, or you could even be doing maybe something on YouTube, for example. This is anything to do with social enterprises, really, the King of Wands. So anything that you're dealing with, the community, or your networking, or anything that's online, or a part of an online forum, that type of thing, is your King of Wands card. So I think it's something online that you do that gives you a steady income of the Knight of Coins energy. It's going to give you a steady income. What's the outcome card? And you've got the Page of Wands energy here as well. So the Page of Wands energy is kind of like the card whereby it's communication. So you might be that it feels like you're earning money from communications, because the Page of Wands and also this is a creative endeavor. So it feels to me, when I look at these cards here, you've got the King of Wands and the Page of Wands together here as well. So this would be kind of something that is online. And the Page of Wands is things like, for example, things like your Instagram is the Page of Wands energy. Things like your Facebook is the Page of Wands energy. Online communication. Anything where you're sending emails, or your people are clicking on advertise, because this is advertising as well. So you could be earning money through advertising as well with the Page of Wands, because the Page of Wands is advertising, and so is the King of Wands as well. I actually feel that surrounding that steady income, because you've got money coming in. All right, so money's not looking too bad at all, Aries. Money is coming in, Ace of Coins, but it's a steady income, because the Knight of Coins would often indicate a steady income. It comes in. It might be slow to come at first, but eventually it's steady. It's a steady income that you're making. It feels like you're making a steady income, Aries, through things like Instagram, things like Facebook, your own online website, for example. The King of Wands can represent a website. It doesn't have to be a person. This is often something to do with PR, or something to do with marketing, for example, is the King of Wands energy. Advertising with both of these cards here. So it feels like you're making money, and you might also be making money from alternative methods of doing stuff. So one of the things you could be doing for some of you guys is making money on Instagram. So every time you post something, people, I don't know how it works, but you get paid. You get paid for advertising, promoting products, that type of thing. Instagram, Facebook, whatever it is, you get paid to do that, the Page of Wands energy. Some of you guys might be doing things on, YouTube or Patreon, or you might be doing, because this is advertising here, so you're getting paid, Page of Pentacles, for advertising with the Page of Wands energy. And it's definitely an online thing, okay, because that's how money is usually made. King of Wands energy could be, a bigger social platform, internet platform, for example. You know, again, it's working on things like marketing, for example, working on things like Amazon, eBay, that type of thing. So I just feel that you're going to be working on an array of kind of social enterprises. Is it a social I'm probably using the wrong word there, actually. I feel that you're going to be working in an amalgamation of ways online. That's what I'm trying to say. Right from your Instagram to your Facebook to your Snapchat to your own website to eBay to Amazon, any of those kind of, you know, internet-based companies. I feel that you'll make a steady income through those internet-based companies. It's a lot of the money that you earn over the next 6 months, Aries, will be internet-based. Okay, I feel with these cards here, which is nice. Also, new creative endeavors as well with the Page of Wands energy. So, you know, we often have the Queen of Wands before the King, and the Queen of Wands is somebody who is setting up a new creative business, for example. And then you go up to a King area here where there's an expansion of that. So if you already do something creative, Aries, you might be expanding on that with that King of Wands, you know, showing here. Also, some of you guys, it may be that the King of Wands can also mean retirement. All right, because when you get to a king stage, he's done everything. He's achieved everything in his work, and often this could be somebody who's retiring. So some of you guys getting money through a retirement pension, for example, the Knight of Pentacles and the King of Wands. Retirement payout, a pension fund, that type of thing. And also getting money with the Page of Wands energy, doing new creative things as well. So that money could come that way too. What is the long-term outcome showing us? Justice. Well, I just feel that in the long term, your money's going to be okay. It's going to be quite balanced with the Justice energy showing here. Because Justice is all about restoration and the balancing, the readdressing of a balance here. And I just feel in the long term money-wise, you're going to be okay because you have the Justice energy here. And for me, it's not aspected badly. It's aspected very well. The fact that you're not only doing things online, Instagram, eBay, Amazon, anywhere that you can make money from online, you know, you promote a product, people buy it, that type of thing, okay? This is also promotion as well. King of Wands promotes, so you'll make money by promoting things, okay? That's how you make your money. You get paid, so it's almost like a pay-per-click as well. Advertising, marketing can be another way that you're earning money in the next 6 months with these cards as well. And I feel where everything is heading to Justice. I think in a way Justice is you as well. Everything is heading towards you being in charge of your own destiny, in charge of your own future, that type of thing. It's a really nice energy that I'm seeing here. You seem to have an extraordinarily good reading. I must admit, this is another fantastic reading. It's like 2020 for so many. I remember, I think 2019 Aries, I was reading for a lot of the signs, and always the readings seemed to be a bit depressing. But this time, I would say maybe a couple of signs that I've read for, which means that they've just got more work to do. You, Scorpio, I think Pisces, that type of thing, really, really good. I mean, just good all-round readings in these areas. Exceptional. So much potential for you guys. Let's have a look at what the advice is. These advice cards usually turn out very differently, though. The advice, I don't know why it keeps coming up with this for some people. It's saying sadness is the advice, but it gives you advice on what you need to do about that. So I feel that this is a very good 6 months, but the advice is sadness. Let's have a look at what that number is. It's number 5, so let's go to that card there. So it's saying, it's easy to swallow your sadness and hide behind a fake smile, yet sadness can open the door to your heart and help you access compassion. So when you can truly allow yourself to cry and feel sorrow over the loss of a loved one, a lost opportunity, a broken heart, or a friendship that's ended, you cleanse your soul and allow your heart to heal. Crying and feeling vulnerable can be a sign of strength, which demonstrates your connection to your body. To admit weakness can allow you to know yourself, embrace your limitations, and evolve. Be willing to let go of the cold walls of protection you have created, which make you feel empty and sick. You don't need to get lost in your emotions. Just give yourself time to feel them and let them move through your whole being, cleansing and purifying your heart, body and soul. Okay, and I think that you're kind of doing it here, maybe in the work area, you know. I feel that it feels like you've accepted something and you're almost moving on. All right, but I do feel that it's going to come through the help of an individual in which you do that in your career. Your finances look fantastic. It looks like it's hard work, but it looks like if you know how to play the game, and it looks like if you know how to strategize, and if you're any good at doing things like marketing and, you know, knowing how to make money via Instagram and stuff like that, and promoting products and stuff like that, you know what? It looks like it might be a pretty good thing for you over the next 6 months. You'll start to slowly but surely build a steady income through that. Through love, it doesn't matter what it is. You might be single and you might have been hurt. You're going to overcome it because you've got that will, the world, the Ten of Cups, and then you've got the very successful adoration card of the Six of Wands energy. Somebody who feels confident and adored and loved and good about themselves, and the overall outcome where everything is heading to the star. You know, if it's all about you, then it's healing. If it's about something else, another relationship, then it's getting what you want. You know, this is a really, really good reading. It's an exceptional reading. It just is. Like so many of them that I've seen, really, really, really good. And I wish you all the best for the next 6 months. All right then, Aries. You have your month ahead sitting next door, so make sure if you can to check that out. And if you'd like to purchase one of these readings, it's 7 areas that we look at actually for 2020. I think it's a year. No, is it a year ahead? It might. I think you can order it as a 6 month or a year ahead, something like that. Or if it just says 12 months, then what you can do is just write to me and say, can you tailor this to be for 6 months, whatever it is. But anyway. Oh, I was wondering what that noise was. It's an outside thing. Okay, that's it, my darlings. Love you loads. Speak soon. Take care. Bye.